And welcome back. This is episode 109, and as the quest there says, we are going to start by speaking with Varric about quote-unquote all this. Or rather, quote, all this, unquote. The pet peeve of mine.
I'm glad to have answers, but... shit. The second she showed up here, I knew. I let this mess happen. I gave her the tig. I am not good at dealing with shit like this.
Quit being evasive. Tackle it head on.
Sure. You know, it took me 3 years to work up the nerve to confront my brother for trying to kill me. And even then, I couldn't make myself do it without somebody to stand there and hold my hand. If Cassandra hadn't dragged me here, I'd be in Kirkwall right now pretending none of this was happening.
Well, it's good to have friends then, isn't it?
You realize that nothing has actually been stopping you from doing that.
I suppose you're right. Thank you for your help back there.
After all this, do you think you'll see Bianca again?
I always do.
Well, it's cool at least we know the namesake of his weapon now. The one story he'll never tell. I realized too during the conversation there's actually the murals being assembled there. Oh, they're all being oh. Well, I didn't notice that until just now. Now I kind of wish that I had done all these. Ah, so close. That's really cool. I don't really know what it's a mosaic of. Kind of battle, I guess. But,
Your
yeah.
worship.
I don't think I'm actually going to do it because I can just look these up online to see what they actually look like, but that is cool to actually display them. Makes it feel a little more important. Our people did come back from the war table, but I'm not going to really worry about that because there's no more good war table things to do. Let's see what else we have in our quest log. Guess we'll go with... Well, okay, let's go to the... Oh, let's talk to Dagna while we're here, because she has information about Damson's armor. Or we think she might, at least. She's an expert at magical artifacts.
Dagna, what have you learned of Samson?
He should be dead. I mean, you could make a hat out of red lyrium and kill people, especially the wearer. Samson's armor is genius. To do all this and not go insane, he must be resistant. Or he is insane. Or both.
Have we actually seen his armor? Like, was he wearing it at a Haven? I don't really remember him having any kind of cool armor, but it's definitely quite possible. There was a lot going on then, so, and that was the first time we ever faced Red Templars. But yeah, I guess, I mean, even just from his notes, we know that he has a set of very complicated red lyrium-based armor. I really want to say this one, but I'm going to RP this and right to the point.
I'll admire Samson's armor when it's lying in pieces at my feet.
Oh, fine. I just need time and tools, people, and red lyrium. For tests, you see?
Is that wise?
Everything is safe if handled properly. And you don't touch
Everything?
it or breathe it. I mentioned the hat, right? No hat. Time and resources, Inquisitor. I'll get what you want. No shoo. I've work to do.
Is that going to be an operation? Yes, okay. Now we will go to the war table. And that's what I figured too, that even if we don't go to the war table every chance we get, we're going to have plenty of occasions to go there for the story regardless. That's what we're going to do. We could decorate Skyhold too. Maybe I'll do that in the near future. I have her quest to do as well, don't I?
Yes.
Or are you always so polite?
How do you stay so civil with everyone, Josephine?
Bonds of circumstance among the nobility are fickle. Civility is the only constant everyone admires. And I do deplore rudeness in those who know better.
Does it even become a strain sometimes?
Well, it can be trying. There is no shortage of self-regard among the nobility. The game can be wearying, discouraging, and extremely painful. But honestly, I'd miss meeting people. I've made the most fascinating friends.
Better than making piles of interesting enemies.
You can do
I've
both.
had both, sometimes depending on which way the wind has been blowing at the time.
There you go.
But worth it, all in all, I think.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
All right. There's still plenty more to do in the game. Some that I'm looking forward to more than others. And some things that are just tedious that we won't do at all. But I do want to go to the Fallow Mire to explore the 6th region there, which I think we missed. As well as the Blackwell's quest is finished there. So let's get these guys back. Or Legion Throne Accessory. I didn't know you could get that there. Okay, that's cool. The golden opportunity. It went splendidly, and yet we got no actual rewards. Ferelden, gold, and another Inquisitor's Throne Accessory. What is an accessory? Is that like an upgrade to the throne? Because I already have the Inquisition throne. Is that different than the Inquisitor's throne? I'm not sure. We'll definitely do an episode, or part of an episode, based on upgrading Skyhold. Not quite yet. Alright, find Samson's weakness. So it looks like only Josephine can do that. Alright, go for it.
Let us begin.
19 minutes. That's not too long, but we will have to get back to that later. And let's just send the other two out on pretty much anything.
Let's see what we have.
More gold is always good.
To work?
Alright, so that's that. Let's head to Orlais. And you can't travel. Okay, never mind. Oh, I know what we can do. Because we have... I hope we have enough shards. Let me back out of this first. Because two of the things on our to-do list are turning in the rest of our shards and looking at that box in Orlais. But I do want to see shards. 16 out of 16. I want to make sure we have all these. No, shards in the Emerald Graves. We missed a whole thing there. Okay. So we do have to go back and find that. Alright, we can do that, but before we do, let's do something a little fun first and figure out what's in the box in Bioware. What is this? Oh, that's right, Josephine's quest too, so there's a lot to do in Bioware. Let's head back there then and get to it. Varric has a new card now. I don't know. I didn't really feel like we made like a big choice with him though, like we did the others. Maybe it was the agreeing with him versus agreeing with her, but that wasn't really that much of a choice. Especially when there's like a neutral option. Like the other choices did not have neutral options. So, I don't know. Like Blackwell's was, live or let him die. Or I mean not let him die, but I don't know what the choice is. Make him become a warden? Is that the other choice there? Was there a choice? So let's do Varric again. And let's do Vivian. She likes Valrio and Cassandra. Be a good group. I'm glad we took the time to level everybody up a couple episodes back as well, because that's one less thing I have to worry about. Usually when I go to a new zone and have companions I haven't used in a while, I have to spend 2 minutes trying to decide on a decent skill to give them that won't be totally useless. But being able to skip that, at least for now, is nice. Alright. You can see Vivian's very purpley armor, and Cassandra's very, very unpurpley. Okay. So.
Then the Maker said, "To you, my second born."
You've heard there's a Tevinter working with the Inquisition.
They are not.
I thought
You're
the
a liar.
Inquisition was battling the Imperium.
What? Why would that happen? If Tevinter invaded us, I think we'd know.
It's not an invasion. Cultists and the like. But I highly doubt the one in the Inquisition is like that.
Well, they're kind of close to the truth there. At first I was like, they're just spreading rumors and gossip, but between the two of them, they did somewhat arrive a little closer to the truth. Alright.
I don't think they knew.
Of course.
What's up, Josephine? What can I do for
Do you know where this noble wanted to meet us?
I do. The Comte Bioware invited us to his mansion, not far from here.
How fancy.
I pray he clears up the deaths of my messengers, as promised.
That's right. I do kind of remember this now.
Lead the way.
Remember the what she told us. I haven't done this before, obviously, because I've never played the game before. The new zone, that's kind of cool. So we've done Liliana's quest, and I guess Cullen's quest was the the lyrium addiction. A different kind of quest, but I liked it. So this is Josephine's quest.
Welcome, my friend.
Thank you for seeing us, Comte Bioware.
The honor is mine. Please, sit. It's an honor to assist two such distinguished guests.
Please, tell us what you know.
Straight to business, then. After the murder of Lady Montule's people, I don't suppose I can blame you. Have you heard of the House of Repose?
The Assassin's League?
My contacts obtained a copy of a document in the archives. Contract for life.
The House of Repose is hereby sworn to eliminate anyone attempting to overturn the Montiliers' trading exile in Orlais.
Is hereby sworn to eliminate anyone. Okay, to overturn their exile, right? I got you. It's like a triple negative in there, kind of.
Who's sending these assassins?
The contract was signed by a noble family. The Du Paraquets.
But the Du Paraquets died out as a noble line over 60 years ago.
Indeed. But the contract was signed 109 years ago.
Oh, and it still stands.
How can a family try to kill you after they died out?
The Du Paraquets were our rivals. They drove the Montiliers from Val Royaux. This contract was drawn up over 100 years ago, but it wasn't invoked until I tried to overturn my family's exile.
Unpleasant though it may be, the House of Repose is merely fulfilling its contractual duties.
Somehow I don't think this is going to matter, but I'll say it anyway.
If the people who wanted your family dead are gone, why are the assassins still after you?
A contract is a contract, Inquisitor. Our Legion businesses live and die by their reputations. The entire guild's welfare would be endangered if an agreement was tossed aside on a whim of time or fate.
She's quite right, Your Worship. The House of Repose is doing what it feels necessary, by its standards.
Well, it's her affair. Let's see what her plan of action is.
I assume you have a thought or two on this, Josephine?
The Du Paraquets still have descendants under the common branch. If we elevate them to nobility, a Du Paraquet could annul the contract on my life.
But would they?
That will take time, Lady Montilier. Time during which the House of Repose will be obliged to hunt you.
Will they now? You are exceedingly well informed. Your note said you'd heard rumors.
I was to say, I feel like he's part of this
A bit of
house.
subterfuge. This contract on your life is an ugly business. One the House of Repose deeply regrets. But this is Orlais. Even an assassin's word is his bond.
So he's not the Comte. Oh, I thought the Comte was a part of the Assassin's Guild. But I guess this isn't him. This is an assassin pretending to be him?
Does Comte Bioware actually exist?
Absolutely. The Comte's offer to reveal the killers of Lady Montule's messengers was genuine. So was his information somehow. An end to be tied up later.
I'm guessing the actual Comte Bioware met with a fatal accident.
Or will soon.
Comte Bioware slumbers in a nearby closet. Nothing more. The contract on Lady Montule's life is so unusual, we felt the courtesy of an explanation was in order.
It is appreciated, monsieur.
Your idea to seek out the Du Paraquet to revoke our orders is an interesting one. I wish you luck. I did not come to shed blood today, Inquisitor. Only to speak. Might I pass?
I like that you have a choice. But yeah, I think I will let him leave since he does seem to be an ally, assassin or no, and I've certainly accepted allies who have done worse.
Why warn us about your contract and let us go?
In Orlais, it is only decent to inform those involved in a contract when extraordinary circumstances conspire.
And the guild's reputation would suffer if you ignored the contract. I quite understand.
Thank you, my lady. May we conclude with my departure?
Go then.
Good day, your worship. My lady, I pray we never meet again.
Well,
Competition
I
for the
didn't
crows,
think
I
our
guess.
meeting would end like this.
We'll deal with these assassins.
I have some thoughts. Let's discuss them back at Skyhold. I'll feel safer with the castle. Fools around me.
Do you hear something?
Oh,
Oh, goodness. Comte Bioware, is that you? Oh, the lock's been broken off. We'll find a saw. I realize the
Oh,
cabinet is quite valuable, Comte, but surely... A locksmith, then? As you wish.
is that part of the quest? No. Shame you can't just have like Varric open it. I like how she's trying though. Okay. Guess you can't go back to Valrio. We should have bought the box first, but we will do that later then. Okay, so this wasn't really what I thought I'd be doing this episode, but I'm okay with it. It's a loose end to tie up eventually anyway. We'll see how in depth of a quest it is. Not gonna bother with the Elford anymore either, because I think I have a decent amount for now. If I get low, I can always harvest more.
Worship.
And Josephine, of course, is where she always is. Here at her desk, hard
He
at work.
spent his life in the circle. Perhaps a tailored coat from Valrio? He can't wear armor all the time.
He will appreciate the gesture, Lady Ambassador.
That's a polite way of saying he wouldn't like it, isn't it?
That to Cullen, or not sure who she's talking about.
I'm so sorry, Inquisitor. I never thought my family's trading status would trap us in an assassin's plot.
Between our soldiers and spies, Skyhold's safer than anywhere else in Thedas.
Yet the problem persists. I've tracked down the last two paraquets. If they become gentry, they can annul the contract on my life. We'll require a noble from Valrio to sponsor them, a judge to provide documents, a minister to ratify them.
It's so like you to take the longest course of action, even when your life is at stake.
I assume you already know everything about this mess.
There is a faster way, Josephine. The original contract on your life is in the vaults of the House of Repose. If my agents infiltrate it and destroy the original, the assassin will have no obligation to chase you.
Leliana, please. I want no more bloodshed over a personal affair.
Don't be so stubborn, Josie. How long will it take you to gather these favors in Valrio?
Interesting. I guess consider it means walk away. I don't want to make the wrong decision and lose Josephine, but I really think you probably can't, because obvious reasons. See, I feel like this is her quest and her affair. She deserves to handle it in her way. Even though if it was me, I'd probably... Hey, look, Liliana's done. Imagine that. She's standing in front of me. If it was me, I think I'd go with Liliana's way. Because they are, after all, assassins, so... Even if they were nice enough to help her out, I wouldn't feel too bad shedding their blood. But, yeah, it's her life on the line, and she's allowed to do with it whatever she thinks is best.
We can solve this without more deaths on either side. My people are ready, should you change your mind. I'll post a watch on our ambassador in case the House of Repose visits.
I appreciate it, but I still believe elevating the two paraquets will solve this.
Maybe this was their plan all along.
First, we need to perform some favors in Valrio. I'd be happy to discuss where we could begin.
Alright, so I was thinking it would just be a like a war table operation at this point, but it's not. So let's see which. I guess we're going back to Valrio, which is good.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
How exactly does one turn farmers into members of the upper classes?
There are procedures for granting honored citizens of the Empire the title of Lord or Lady. Very long procedures. And so much paperwork. I've called in a substantial number of favors just to cut through half of it.
Why did the Duparacats hate the Montiliers so much they set up a permanent assassination watch?
A Montilier and a Duparacat fell in love. A young couple, pledged elsewhere, attempted to elope. The whole thing ended so violently, it's a wonder any survived. It's fortunate the Duparacat's descendants hold no grudges.
Or do they?
What if the Duparacats refuse to aid you?
I've already contacted the Duparacats, Inquisitor. They're ready to help us.
Or so they
It will
say.
be a long road, but a lordship is a chance to restore a proud lineage to their heirs. Besides, I've promised them a heavy bag of coin once this is over.
That always helps.
Are you sure the House of Repose will forget this assassin contract on a farmer's signature?
It's perfectly legal. In Valroyo's noble circles, a written word is a bond. Besides, the guild would never risk being so unspeakably crass.
These assassins are afraid of being seen as impolite.
Breaking one's public oath or bond implies a certain poverty in Orlais. A common merchant may lack the resources or manners to fulfill a debt, but among the guilds, it would be shameful.
In a weird way, the rules of Orlais kind of make sense. So what's our next move?
You said I'd have to do some favors in Valrio if we want to make the Duparacats lords.
The Countess Dion is our first step. Her lover, a mage from the White Spire, is missing. Bring her news of him and she'll be very amenable to sponsoring the Duparacats as lords.
Alright. Okay, so we don't actually go to Valrio. There is an operation here. Hopefully there aren't too many steps to this quest. It seems like kind of a bit of a fetch quest. I'm really eager to get on with the cool stuff, or at least some more companion. Well, I guess this is a kind of a companion quest, but not one of the more interesting ones. At least as far as I'm concerned. I've never really enjoyed the more, or Legion, for lack of a better word, diplomatic quests. I like that they have them as something different, but like the ones in Dragon Age 2 and in Inquisition, Chase and throw in accessories. We're getting lots of accessories. What is? I feel like that's something that was probably added with the DLC. Maybe I don't like the idea of having even more customization at this point. I already have enough to go try to find. All right, this is in progress, so hopefully we can send Liana on this one. Oh, this is this one, right? Find a sponsor. Yep, she can do it. All right, go for it.
Let's see what we have.
And that's going to take us 17 minutes, so we now have that one going, and we still have Dognus going. How long is hers going to take? 2 minutes. Alright, we'll come back to there then. In the meantime, let's yeah, it's so weird. I don't think there's anything really more to do. I guess we can talk to our companions. As we go back and forth between these two quests. How's Varric doing? I know we just talked to him, but he's here, so...
Your worship.
Well, cutscene. Yay.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you. You're just in time. We almost had to start without you.
What exactly were you starting without me now?
Birthday party? Not sure. Or Inquisition anniversary party?
I found her, Ruffles. Deal her in.
Card game.
I do hope I recall the rules. It's been ages since I've played a game of Wicked Grace.
Grab a seat. We're ready to start.
Are we playing cards or what?
There's a crown on his head, but a sword too.
His head didn't want either.
Don't talk to the face cards, kid.
You seem to have enough people. I have 1,000 things to do. Losing money can be both relaxing and habit-forming. Give it a try.
Curly, if any man in history ever needed a hobby, it's you.
Dealer starts. Oh, I believe I'll start at... Oh, 3 coppers. Do you think that's too daring? Maybe I'll make it 1. No. Boldness. 3 it is.
Seriously, who starts at 3 coppers? Silver or go home?
Sounds good. I'm in. Bolder the better, right? I'm in.
Me too. Well, are you in?
What kind of a hand do I have? Alright, Josephine's back. I feel like Cole is gonna win this one, obviously, because he can, like, read our minds, but, Go easy on me. Sure.
I'm in, and raising another silver.
You haven't even looked at your cards.
Our illustrious leader is betting we're bluffing.
No, you thought I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, cool little cutscene there with all your friends.
The poor recruit ran out into the dining hall in nothing but his knickers. And this profound silence fell over the hall as 70 mages and 30 Templars all turned to stare at once. Then, a slow round of applause began and spread until every soul was on their feet. A standing ovation.
What did he do?
Saluted, turned on his heel, and marched out like he was in full armor.
Good man.
You're shitting us.
That's how you know it's true. I could never put that in a book. Too unlikely.
Wonder what story she would tell. I'm kind of curious. But also, when Varric is a professional storyteller. Let's see if they'll actually put in like an elfish story or something. I doubt it, but I want to see.
I've got one for you. The clan decided to camp near this ruined fortress, right on the edge of the Tirashan, dark as the bottom of a well. The keeper swore up and down it was safe, but some of the hunters started hearing noises in the middle of the night.
Ah, what happens next? The suspense.
They ran out of there fast as you think, bare asses shining in the moonlight the whole way back to their village.
Not bad. You don't mind if I steal that one, do you?
Well done. You ought to tell stories more often.
I like how they take turns
I like
laughing.
the part with the rabbit. There should be more rabbits in stories.
That was scandalous. It would ruin the Inquisition if anyone found out. Tell it again. And the dealer takes everything. I win again.
Not surprised.
Deal again. I figured out your tells, Lady Ambassador.
Commander, everyone knows a lady has no tells.
Then let's see if your good fortune lasts one more hand.
I like that all their stories seem to end with naked people running away. Sure, one more hand.
I want another chance to win my dignity back. Deal me in.
I like how your character doesn't just like, automatically win everything either. That'd be kind of stupid if they did.
Don't say a word, dwarf.
I tried to warn you, Curly.
Never bet against an Antivan, Commander.
It comes off. I didn't know it came off.
Interesting comment. Interesting cutscene. But I'm glad it's not all doom and gloom. It's good that games have a little bit of triviality in them as well.
I'm glad you decided to join us tonight. It's too easy to mistake you for the Inquisitor.
First thing that popped in mind, as what Leovar would say, yeah, it would be I am the Inquisitor, so I'm gonna go with it.
But I am the Inquisitor.
It's easy to forget you're not just an icon or symbol. Like those statues of Andraste holding bowls of fire. At least it is for me. You up for another game when this is all over, Inquisitor?
Seems dangerous. I'm gonna choose this one hoping it's kind of a joking way of saying yes.
Every time I play, I increase the odds of winding up like Cullen.
You're never more alive than when you're about to lose your pants, my friend.
Who's that? Did I win?
I like the it's like loot music for Dragon Age theme. Oh, a people person achievement. All right, well, that was unexpected, but kind of cool, and even more so because it was unexpected. And better yet, now that that's done, Dagna is back. I'm guessing that's just triggered by like having enough influence with Varric or something, but it'd be really cool if like you had to have a certain amount of accumulated affection with your companions to get that to happen. That's what I would put in as the trigger if it was up to me at least. Alright, time to see what Dagna did with all her supplies. We should speak at your earliest... Oh, she sent it to Cullen. Alright. What's his quest after all? So... Josephine...
Inquisitor.
Go to that, please. Alright, let's head back to Cullen's little office tower and tell him what we found. This quest I find a little more interesting, because like Josephine's, it's not going to really affect the main plot or anything lore-wise one way or the other.
Your worship.
Like I said, it's very Orlesian. But I'd rather learn more about Samson and his armor, which is something that's going to directly affect the main plot a little ways down the road.
No red lyrium, no allies, and soon Samson will have no armor, I hope.
You hope?
Dagna's started work on her red lyrium samples, but she needs more details on the armor.
Of course she
does. Found
does.
orders in the mine. They mention Maddox, a name I did not expect to hear.
I remember that name. I don't think we've met Maddox yet. And I assume it's a Templar that Cullen used to know.
Samson's letter said something about taking over as the vessel.
Perhaps it's a rank among the Red Templars. It could be a title from ancient Tevinter.
Or the obvious.
Or it's some other role Corypheus has planned for Samson, and Maddox is part of it.
I mean, with a name like the Vessel, isn't it obvious? I would think so. Bioware is usually very direct with their titles. Like, if they would make a designated host for the spirit of Corypheus, they'd probably call it the Vessel. Yeah, let's ask about Maddox.
Did he serve with you and Samson in Kirkwall?
Maddox was a mage in Kirkwall's circle. Samson smuggled letters between him and his sweetheart. Eventually, Samson was caught. That's why he was cast out of the order.
That's why? I thought it was lyrium.
Maddox was made tranquil and became a skilled craftsman of magical items. Samson must have rescued him.
Makes sense.
I can't believe they made a man tranquil over a few love letters.
It is a shame, though.
The official charge was corrupting the moral integrity of a Templar. Knight Commander Meredith wielded the brand for far lesser offenses, believe me.
Why would Maddox need saving?
When the mages rebelled in Kirkwall, the worst battles took place at the gallows in the circle itself. I thought Maddox had died in the fighting, or was eking out a living on the streets. A hard fate for a tranquil in Kirkwall. Samson must have found him, taken him in.
Yeah, I don't think it was Samson's humanity that did it. I think it was Maddox's usefulness. I like this thought, though. Maybe he could be an agent if we turn him to our cause.
Having an inside man among Samson's forces would be invaluable, if we could convince him.
I couldn't say. I've lived around Tranquil most of my life, and I've never understood them. It seems Maddox built Samson's armor for him, and maintains it still. Tranquil and Kirkwall needed rare and expensive supplies for their enchantments. Supplies we can trace. I can have our men kick down some doors, Inquisitor. Samson's armor might lead us right to his stronghold.
It would be cool if this did lead to like some kind of like raid where you could actually fight Samson, and it's possible, but I mean, there has been a lot of build up to it. But especially with this vessel talk, I kind of feel like it might be more part of the main quest. We shall see. But like I also said too, there's a lot of lore that the raiders can use for Corypheus. So it's possible the Red Templar thing is going to be used up here, or the Samson thing. And there's still plenty of other magics that the remaining quest could be based around. It was an operation, right? Pretty sure it was, but we don't have any agents available. So we probably have a little while longer on. I'm not gonna go look, 'cause I know it's gonna be a while on Josephine's quest. So what can we do in the meantime? We still have plenty more quests left to go. We could go to the Emerald Graves and get those last shards. Yeah. The hinterlands, anything to do here? Just the requisition. Do some collections. Notes on the waste, I don't really care about. Instead of fulfilling that requisition, I keep selling the things by accident. Code requisition, almost have enough. These are mostly just requisition things. The Emerald Graves, though, there's a couple things to do here, actually. Well, requisition, there's... oh, that's right, that was the operation we unlocked, wasn't it? Those elves that I met with the tomb? That'll be cool to do. And Carol, the Red Templar responsible for manipulating the Freeman of the Dales. Oh, okay. Carol sounds really familiar. I think I know him somewhere. Like a previous game. Maybe next episode we'll do like an Emerald Graves based episode, because there's a lot we could do there. At least to start. That's the DLC. And of course we have a lot of companion quests. Batch agents to locate Maddox will do. That's already going on. Let's talk to Sarah about her quest. Hopefully she's done being drunk under the table and will be sober enough to have a conversation with us. Plus we haven't spoken to her in quite a while, so it's like cycling through all my quests.
Inquisitor.
Am I going the right way? I think so. Yeah. Pretty sure the tavern is actually this building here.
I see.
She's around this way, I'm pretty sure.
They lost a lot of them. For the cause, right?
No, I heard they didn't know.
Just rumors.
Charges were just in the way.
Yes, sir. I had no use for them. Looks like I wasn't alone.
You don't pay mercs to fight. You pay them to be gone after.
Or you make sure of it. Well, that's why I'm not in command. So I don't have to deal with that shit.
Right. That's why.
So I guess rumors are spreading about what happened with the Chargers.
Of course.
Alright, Sarah, how are you?
I hear
This
Vashel
fine
was
day.
good pay for you, Inquisitor. Time to go see if my friends came through too. Got a location for a stash. Hopefully something nice for my trouble. Well, your trouble. Just let me know when you're ready to head out. Be sure to bring your empty pockets.
Who's putting up the reward for this?
Don't know. Sometimes it's pass the hat. Sometimes it's I lifted this from Master's vault. Doesn't matter, does it? Job done. Time to get what we're owed.
Or it could be a trap. I don't know. I might say night. Well, while we're standing here, let's do it.
I'm ready if you are.
Always, yeah. My favorite part, this. Let's go see what friends can get us.
Okay, gotta have Sarah. Dorian and Cassandra. I'm just kind of being like random at this point with who I choose, as long as it's one of each class. And I'll try to give them all a decent amount of screen time as we head towards the end game. Codex entry about dragons. Or dragon researchers, at least.
Wait, this is weird.
What?
I was expecting a village or something. The people that leave me stuff don't trek out to places like this. Give me a city and I'll give you a tour, but surprise, surprise, I don't know stupid woods or ruins. What's that?
Don't hurt me. Harmond made me do it.
I feel like this is a trap. Also, it's really weird seeing Sarah in like full armor. I know it's actually technically rogue armor, but it looks more warriorish.
Right, things have gone sour, as they do.
No, it has to go right or he'll kill me for the marching. It wasn't my fault.
You were the one with the rumor out of Vashel. My friend.
You're her? You're the one he's waiting for. It's her. She's here. Red Jenny.
Ouch, that ended violently. Alright. Mercenaries. Seems like all the companion quests are very, or don't scale very well. Like, almost like they're meant to be done at lower levels. Piece of cake.
Whoa, hold on. I was not aware the Inquisitor was personally involved. This is a tragic misunderstanding. Let's all sheathe our swords, you walk out, and we'll conduct this like business.
Don't believe this pissbag. He started it.
Well, have anything else to say?
There. That wasn't so hard, was it? We identified the confusion, and we worked past it. I'm Lord Pelharmond. I do hope, Inquisitor, that you continue to respond to reason. After all, your choice of company is hardly virtuous.
Well, he's nice.
Freaking user, you are. Another noble prick who punches down.
We're the same, you and I. Well, that is overstating it. You are nothing like me. But we both need people.
Well, say your piece.
Of course. No more rash mistakes. Honestly, previous to this very moment, I thought you'd also been tricked by these red jennies. Despite your foreign nature, as Inquisitor, you are a social peer. I attacked them on behalf of us both.
Arse biscuit.
Quiet.
I was thinking that in less colorful terms.
Inquisitor, Herald, I don't want to be your enemy. I'm barely invested in being hers. If you are willing to recognize an opportunity, we could be exceptional partners.
What exactly was going on?
You were up to something in Vishel, Harmond. What was it?
If you mean bettering my wealth and position, I'm always seeking that.
By getting people hurt?
Lady Shell Morveau and I were jockeying for the land south of Vershel. To claim land, you must populate it. My people encouraged hers to leave. Her people answered in kind, etc. Really, it was all terribly standard displacement until your troops seemed to change the balance. Well played.
Stop talking to him. Really, just stop it.
Now, calm down. I want to see what he has to say.
What would you be willing to commit to the Inquisition?
Why even ask?
Because a leader needs such information to make informed decisions. My family has ties across Lower Ferelden. Our presence in Orlais is recent, which is why I resorted to subterfuge. We have militia elsewhere, and they can be made expendable for your purposes.
Tell the snot splash no already. Not saying again.
I wonder if she's gonna get mad if I actually do keep asking questions, but I want to at least know what my choices are before I choose.
The servants you killed, they did nothing except talk about what was going on.
You killed my contacts. My friends.
That is entirely true.
Well, that should be that then.
You're the one who empowered them, made their complaints a threat.
So you're blaming
Perhaps
her?
you should have warned them about talking to you.
That's twisted logic.
3, 2, frigging done.
Bad throw.
Now what was the point of that?
Mother puss bucket, frigging bastard, shitebag, piss face. Eat it, you lop-eared son of an arsenal, rot piece of.
Sarah!
What?
Somebody has anger issues. Well, that made that decision for me. All right. I think she'd be a little pissed about her stepping out of line.
What are you doing? He might have been useful.
You don't listen to his type. They get in your head.
I decide that. Do you understand?
Loud and clear, yeah. Clearer than it's been. Friends, Inquisitor. Better than his lot any day.
Okay, not how I expected the quest to end. I really wasn't sure what I was going to choose there. I wanted to hear his side of it first before I at least made a decision. But But yeah, that's that. I kind of like the way it ended. Not gonna lie. But yeah, I think just as the Inquisitor, she would want to, you know, she'd want to get order in the ranks. All right, so somebody was done with their quest. Was it one for Josephine's? Not sure.
What? What do you want? Because I'm still angry. Angry face. And you should
So I
thank
see.
me for stomping the smile off that arse. He was getting in your head.
Yeah, I feel like even though I agree with her and I appreciate what she did, like, she still should have waited for Leovar's decision as the Inquisitor. That's like any organization, the Inquisition doesn't work if there's not some kind of command structure.
I don't tolerate people questioning my decisions.
But that was just...
I don't want to hear it. I'm leading too many people to put up with this.
You are bloody lucky you're still on my good side. Because I'd... something.
Do what you did to him. So can you tell her to leave? Interesting. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, wow, you can. Alright, yeah, I want her to stay, but I would have chosen this one anyway, even without seeing what the repercussions are.
I need all the help I can get, but consider this a warning.
Well, understood. Hop to and all that. If you need me, I'll be waiting for some barking ass to give me orders. So hard to get. Stupid. Everyone.
I kind of like that quest. It seems fitting for Sarah, and I like that it actually, like RPing it, their personalities actually clash, as I think they actually would. Be very different types of elves. They seem to have a lot in common, more than anyone in the party, besides maybe Solus, but because they're female elves, whereas he's a mage elf, so they both have two things in common. But yeah, they're actually, personality-wise, nothing alike at all. Alright, so that was an interesting episode. I think I probably am going to end it here. When we come back, we will probably finish up Josephine's quest, and then maybe do some exploring in the Emerald Graves. So stay tuned for that.